means I need to stretch your mind right now. Okay, hey, congratulations for writing your goals down. Most people don't even do it once a year, and you just did it. Now I want you to flip the page. If you got hung up on anything, folks, just let your imagination go right here, okay? You don't need to get stuck in mechanics. Don't worry about how to. Don't worry about what you don't have. Don't worry about where you are right now. When you start writing your goals down in this coaching session with me to you, I don't want you stopping with thinking, oh my God, I don't have that. I don't have this. I'll never get there. Don't worry about that. Let this thing just explode. Flip the page. Go to page 2, exercise 2. Now what I want you to do is I want you to go down these same columns: income, wealth, physical, spiritual, familial, recreational, and professional. And I want you to take the goals you wrote on page 1, and I want you to multiply each of them times 10x. That's right. You take the income goal, the income target you had on page 1, on the first page, and I want you to go through it, and I want you to 10x each of these. Now don't get hung up in what happens here, okay? You want to win the Super Bowl here. The coach comes out in the beginning of the season. Guys, we're winning this year, okay? I mean, this is what teams do. We're winning, okay? We're winning. Whatever it takes, we're winning. They don't yet know how they're going to get there. They don't even know if they have the right people. You got to have the commitment. Commit first. Okay, the genius will follow the commitment, not vice versa. Okay, increase your responsibility and commitment, and your abilities, the solutions, the mechanics, the wherewithal, the magic, okay, will follow up. But they're not going to follow this page 1. Now, I'm telling you this, all right? You have to get to page 2 right here. Do not quit on this exercise. If you don't 10x, you're never going to get page 1 done. You have to go to 10x. You have to think much bigger about your income. So whatever number you put in there, 100 grand, 150 grand, 300 grand, 400 grand, I want you to multiply that number now times 10. 10x. Not 11, not 12. Dude, most people don't even get this, all right? First time I'm actually ever saying this. 10x. Have you ever really even looked at this? 10x? What is 10? The number 10? And what is x? X is a Roman numeral x, okay? 10x is 100. So that's what we're really doing here. So I want you to write down 10x. So if you had 150,000 income, I want you to write down now. I want you to explode your thinking. Just for a minute, bear with me. I'm your coach, okay? You've been doing it your way for a long time. Let's try my way now. You thought the other thing was impossible. Let me show you what possible is. Possible means I need to stretch your mind right now in this exercise. So income's 150,000. If it was $1 million, it's 10 million. If it was 10 million, it is now a year, which I've never made $10 million a month, but that's what I'm going to tell you to do now. I'm going to tell you to multiply that times 10. Whatever it is, just multiply, huh? You feeling jacked up right now? Woo! What would your life look like? You'd be like, man, I'd be freaking, dog, okay? You thought 150 was going to be hard. Now we're going to go for $1.5 million. Wealth. You wanted 10 million in the bank, multiply times 10. All right? If you didn't have a financial number there, this is free of debt and do not include your home. Okay? But that's what your net worth is, or your wealth. The wealth of all your assets. If you're an artist, maybe your copyrights are now worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Your book titles are worth millions of dollars. Maybe you have a real estate portfolio now that has thrown off wealth of $300 or $400 million. Whatever, we're talking about your total capacity to control assets. Whatever those assets are. The artist has the same issues here in this column as a business person would. Number 3, physical, 10x. You wanted to lose 10 pounds on page 1, exercise 1. That doesn't mean you would lose 100 pounds, because that's probably not very healthy. Because I would be down to like 60 pounds, which means I'm dying, okay? So now, 10x that. What does it mean? You said, I want to lose 10 pounds, but I want you to start thinking about the other things. What do your biceps look like? What do your pecs look like? What do your deltoids look like? What kind of conditioning? How are your abs in condition? I want you to extend your thinking 10 times. 10 categories, not just, I want to lose 10 pounds. Spiritual. So now we're going to dive a little deeper into spiritual. Whatever that means to you, however you think of yourself spiritually, how could I maybe affect 10 other people spiritually? Maybe I want to spend more time in my spirituality, okay? What would it mean if you 10x'd whatever your target here was? Maybe spiritual for you is helping people. You know, people are like, I'm not a spiritual person. I'm like, well, do you help people? Yeah, then you're spiritual. I want to help a lot of people every day. I don't want to help one person. I want to help 10 people. Okay, that's what you're looking for in the spiritual column. And maybe anything else is spiritual. Maybe you want to affect people around you. Maybe you just want to give somebody a pat on the back. Maybe you want to lift somebody's attitude up. Maybe you want to start doing seminars, free seminars for the public. Maybe you want to start giving some kind of help or aid to homeless people, or people that are thirsty, or people that are hungry, or people that are in shelters. Okay, to me, all that's spiritual, right? Familial, family. Okay, how much more could you help your family? Maybe you want to make a phone call to your mom, your dad, your uncle, your aunt, your grandpa, your grandma. That's 8 right there. And your cousins, your 2 cousins. You just hit 10. I don't know what it means to you to be familial. Okay, I don't know how big your family is. I know this. I changed my mind when I did this single column to like, wait a minute, man. Why would I want to be restricted to the family I was born with? I could literally have a couple of billion people in my family if I started thinking about this planet being my family. See, I don't have fans. I got fams, and I want a bunch of them. I want people to love me and support me and will help me, so that when I go to Italy, I'm treated like a fratello, friend. No, brother, even better. Okay, recreational. You were going to do 1 trip a year? Man, where would you go if you had to take 10 trips this year? 10 trips, not 1 trip. And oh, by the way, how's that going to affect number 1? And how's it going to affect number 2? And if you were going to take 10 trips this year, and they were all in 10 different places, how's that going to affect number 3? Because you're going to have some freaking energy to take 10 trips. How's it going to affect your spiritual life, okay? How's it going to affect your family? You're going to probably need a nanny. You're going to need somebody rolling with you. You're going to probably want to bring your parents or your grandparents with you. And the last one is professional. Your professional life has to be in order if you're going to take 10 trips a year, spend more money, create more wealth. What's your professional life look like if it was 10x what you filled out on page 1?